Hi everyone, today I'll be presenting the company that was allocated to me by Mr. Ng, which is First Resources. For the sake of this presentation, I'll be doing a fundamental analysis on it. Here is a brief summary of the company. It is located in Indonesia and it is a palm oil producer. Even though it produces palm oil, it has also other business which includes harvesting fresh fruit branches and making them into crude palm oil and palm kernel. I'll be following the top-down approach for the fundamental analysis, where I'll be speaking about the economy, followed by the industry, and last but not least, the company analysis. Firstly, the economy of Indonesia. Indonesia is the largest economy in Southeast Asia, with a GDP of about 878 billion USD in 2013. The high inflation rate also caused the lower middle class people to be affected as they can't afford food price hike. The inflation is about 7% in 2013. Since the late 1980s, Indonesia has made significant changes to its regulatory framework to encourage economic growth. The growth was financed largely by private investment, both foreign and domestic. Thus, there is an increase in FDI from 2012 to 2013. The FDI was mainly contributed by US investors, which dominated the oil and gas industry and undertook some of Indonesia's largest mining project. In addition, the presence of US banks, manufacturers, and service providers expanded, especially after the industrial and financial reforms of the 1980s. As you can see from the chart above, Indonesia was once an economy dominated by the agricultural sector, which relies on its natural resources. However, times has changed and Indonesia's economy has transitioned from an agricultural denominated to a well-balanced economy with an emphasis on the industrial sector, which focuses on its manufacturing, especially from its factories. Now I'll be speaking about the palm oil industry. Indonesia is the world's biggest producer and largest consumer of palm oil. The palm oil industry is estimated to be worth about $44 billion. As it is such a big producer as Indonesia is such a big producer of palm oil is Indonesia's second largest agricultural product. Demand for palm oil is also expected to keep increasing, as recent years many developed economies are shifting away from the use of trans fats to healthier alternatives. Palm oil is often used as a substitute for trans fats, as it is one of the few highly saturated vegetable fats that are semi-solid at room temperature and is relatively cheap. In 2008, Indonesia produced over 18 million tons of palm oil. The future of the palm oil industry looks bright, as Indonesia and Malaysia required more palm oil to be used in diesel fuel. Therefore, there will most likely be a jump in palm oil consumption. The future of the palm oil industry also looks bright, as it is used in all types of industry worldwide, from margarine to soaps. Now I will be going through the company analysis. First Resources is established in 1992. It has now become one of the fastest palm oil producers in the Asia Pacific. As of 2014, it has more than 170 hectares of oil palm and 12 palm oil mill, where the latest palm oil mill were just constructed last year. The business operations of First Resources. Palm oil seeds are first cultivated in the pre-nurseries and are transferred to the main nurseries after 3 months. First Resources only make sure that the seedlings are of excellent condition before transferring to the field for the plantings. First Resources has a 5-year strategy that is presented to investors. Firstly, to expand plantation footprint. Integrated operations through the palm oil value chain allows First Resources to fully leverage and maximize the value of their plantation assets. Secondly, sustain cost leadership. To maintain their lower cost structure through best-in-class operation efficiency and stringent cost management. Thirdly, expand processing capabilities. To expand their processing capabilities to accommodate the growing production of their plantations. Here is a look at their balance sheet. As you can see, their net debt has decreased by about 36.3 million from 2013 to 2014. This shows that they are managing their finance better as they are in lesser debt. In recent news, First Resources 2014 Q2 profit has dropped. The net profit decreased by 30.8% to 26.1 million. Profit from operations decreased by 10.3% to US 50.4 million. This is due to the lower average selling price of palm oil and its refined products. This is the balance sheet. This is the consolidated income statement for the year ended 31st December 2013. As you can see, there is a decrease in profit of about 3.9%. This shows signs of inefficiency and lack of risk management. Inefficiency can track down the company's revenue stream by taking more time to produce fewer goods or accomplish fewer tasks. Managing risk is a critical component of the company's operational strategy. Declining net profit reduces the cash available to cope with problems that can occur through the normal course of business operation, including equipment failure and damage to company's physical location. On the bright side, the sales of First Resources has been increasing steadily for the past 5 years. Total operating expenses decreased by 16.6% to 70.5 million in 2013 due to lower prices. Net financial expenses totaled 18.3 million in 2013, a decrease of 4.4% from 2012 due to lower effective cost of borrowing. The lower operating expenses may be due to the cheaper cost of operating their machineries, and they seem to borrow less money from their creditors, which leads to their lesser financial expenses. This is a screenshot of the cash flow statement. There is an increase in operating cash flow by 3.45%. The cash flow from operating activities tells us how well a firm's business operations are producing cash that will ultimately benefit shareholders. As there is a decrease in the operating cash flow, this shows that the business operations are not producing much cash as compared to the previous years, and this is detrimental to the shareholders. For the investing cash flow, the investing cash flow has increased by 2.32%. This shows that First Resources is investing in upgrading equipment and buying other companies to take over its operations and gain access to its clients and technology. For the finance cash flows, there is a decrease in the cash flows of financing activities by 147%. This means that a lot of money are flowing out from the company. Its negative numbers means that First Resources is servicing debt. Judging from the cash flow statement, I can tell that First Resources' financial performance is lacking. Even though they are investing more, the company still has high debts and its operations are not producing a lot of cash. These are the companies that First Resources has acquired. Acquiring companies has its benefits as well. This includes reduced economies of scale and expanded market reach. Acquiring a company in the same industry can result in reduced costs due to economies of scale. Acquiring a company often results in enhanced economies of scale for a large and combined entity, along with increased efficiency in production and other aspects of business operations. There will also be an expanded market reach, as the acquired company may cover a large part of its market. This is because there is an increase in the geographical area. In conclusion, First Resources is not a good company to invest in. This is due to poor cash flow, which shows that they are not managing their capital well, and there is not enough cash flowing into the business to make it profitable. Poor cash flow can result in the inability to order inventory, pay salaries, pay the rent, or other expenses, which would put a dent in the operations of the business. The decrease in profit means that First Resources is not a healthy business and may indicate problems in a variety of areas, from employee management to pay skills and methods of production. This can affect the financial welfare of every person involved in the business. Even though there is an increase in sales, gross sales is not a good benchmark for performance, as the level of gross sales does not necessarily indicate anything about overall performance. The profit margin is a better performance indicator, and firms often use it as a benchmark, aiming to increase their profit margin over time. So, as a student analyzing this company, I would not suggest anyone to invest in First Resources, even though the charts of the sales may look good on Yahoo Finance. However, internally, the company is not doing as well as it seems. This can be seen by the factors that I just mentioned above. So I would usually wait for a while for a better result from First Resources before actually putting money into their stock options. Putting a stock option too early as of now may be very risky, because the company may go bankrupt in a few years' time, and we do not want that to happen. So I have come to my end of my video presentation. Thank you for your kind attention for listening it up to the end. Thank you.